Hello and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Bear and I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Moon, the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. Also, I got the brand new, as of this month, blue emote, me as Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, for tier 2 subscribers, so you can throw that in as well. If you're not a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Aristofan is here, throwing in those tier 2 emotes. Welcome, Aristofan. But yeah, you can just say hi. You can also be a lurker. It's also okay to just be a lurker and chill and not say anything if you don't want to. We are small but mighty tonight. I'm hoping more people choose to join us. But also, I understand maybe it's been a long weekend of staring at screens. Maybe you stayed up real late last night till like 11 p.m. Watching the Tony Awards, and you're just like all out of it. Or maybe the idea that Jeff Gerstmann's going to record a podcast tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, means that you're like, oh, I got to get up early tomorrow for Jeff's podcast recording. Hey, Lord Christian, welcome. But yeah, I'm a mod for Gerstmann, and I it's not that I take it seriously, but I do want to do a good job. I mean, the reality is I do take it seriously because I take everything seriously, and I want to do a good job with everything, even if it is just modding for my friend Jeff. Is that his dad time? So, if you're not following the continuing sagas of Mr. Jeff Gerstmann, last Monday, a week ago tonight, he announced that he had parted ways with Giant Bomb. The next day, he started his Twitch stuff that is not just his extra things. Twitch as his main job. Launched a Patreon, started a podcast, the Jeff Gerstmann Show, and is streaming and covering stuff, and also putting up some YouTube videos. All of that. The thing is, the room Jeff is in shares a wall with a closet that features his AC unit, and that AC unit is having some issues. And so there's some water leakage and some things need to replace. So that's happening tomorrow. So he has to record his podcast before work people come to work on things. So he's doing it 6 a.m. Pacific, which is 9 a.m. Eastern, and I don't want to be up then, but I will be because I do like... here's the thing. Doing it that early means there will be less people than there were when he did it at like 1 p.m. Eastern. That just naturally less people will be there starting that early. But still, his first podcast had like at peak over 12,000 people. No, sorry, 1,200. Yeah, 12,000. Because I was about to say like, no, 1,200. But like, no, 12,000 at peak. It was over 12,000 people were watching. So, we got to like have people there watching, and some folks probably won't be available then. So if I can be there, I will be. Also, I want to watch it. It's a thing I'm looking forward to watching. Yeah, I mean, he said he's up before that. He'll be up for a couple hours before that because, children and all of that. But yeah, it's still very early to collect your thoughts. Also, it's going to be a solo podcast because most of his podcasts will be solo. And that's just early. But anyway, that's not related to what's happening here, which is model kit building and talking about video games. Sorry, it's somewhat related. I'm going to reply to my own tweet because I would love to have a few more friends watching the stream tonight. It might be a very chill evening with not a lot of viewers, but I still would like some people to be here, if at all possible, because I enjoy when people watch the streams. Call me goofy on that one, but I do like it when people watch what I do. Anyway, going to go ahead and switch over to the main feed. I have... the camera is unfortunately a little crooked, so I apologize for that. But that's what we're dealing with. I have, I believe, improved the lighting somewhat. Now, the big issue that I have is that this table still shakes. The camera doesn't shake, but the table does shake. And I think if I move my PC tower up onto the table instead of below the table, I will be adding so much weight to the other end of the table that it won't be able to shake because it won't be able to move. So I am going to experiment that with tomorrow. I didn't want to do today because I figured I would fuck shit up if I did it today. Also, I do need to clean it because it gets dusty, especially being below my desk. So I need to take that out and clean it anyway, and it's not a streaming day. So I'm going to do that after Jeff is done with his podcast. I will go out and clean this, and then I will attempt to reorganize this area to put a PC in the corner to weigh shit down. We'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll be terrible. Maybe it'll be perfect and exactly what I need. I don't know. Laura Crashington said, a podcast I listen to technically records 7 a.m. Eastern, but occasionally has West Coast people on, and the host thanks them for getting up early. That's asking someone to be awake at 4 in the morning their time to be on a podcast, and that's a fucking ask. If you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's very fucking early. I'm going to go on a limb and say 4 in the morning, too early to be on a podcast, or too late to stay up to be on a podcast. That's ridiculous. Anyway, let's work on this. We already did one leg here. We started this on Saturday, and we completed one whole leg, and now it's Monday, and we need to work on the other leg. I thought we weren't going to finish that one leg, but we did. So now we're working on the other leg. Dirty's here. Hey, Dirty, evening to you. Welcome to the old Bear Cave. They tend to do 10 to 15 bits for the podcast and schedule for later in the recording. Okay, there you go. But still early. Look, also to some people, 7 a.m. is not early because they are up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. all the time. So they're just like, yeah, whatever. That's my life. What? And those people might scoff or might be very confused by the idea that I often do not fall asleep until 2 or 3 in the morning. But that's the schedule I have because I have been able to keep my sleep schedule from when I didn't live here and lived in good old New York, and I have been able to keep that sleep schedule, which is great because when I go back there at some point, I will have to get back and used to the idea of being up late and working in theaters till the wee hour in the morning and then coming home and having to either decompress or do my own personal projects. 15-minute bits. Okay. Instead of 10 to 15 bits. A thing I just noticed is that the lighting and the coloring of your Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan logo doesn't show well for being online in the sidebar. It looks faded to the offline. It's faded like the all other offline channels I follow. Lord Crashing, that's good to know. That's not something I've looked at because I can't see that myself. I guess I could go to. Yeah, no, I'd have to. Yeah, I can't see that myself, so that's good to know. I might consider swapping out my icon here for the previous icon, the scythe there, because that's good to know. Yeah, Lord Crashing, if you want to take a screenshot, that'll actually be very helpful, because otherwise I would have to remember my other login for my other account, my testing account, which I don't use ever, but I have another Twitch account in case reasons. You understand. You understand why I might want that. But I have a second dummy account. All right, we're working on this leg. Let's get into this leg. But yeah, Lord Crashing, I would appreciate that. I'll look after because I don't have Discord up while I'm streaming because that would be distracting, possibly. Anyway, we got to talk about video games. We got a lot of video game stuff to cover. I did not watch the PC gaming show because it was 2 hours. And that's too long. And because I knew it wasn't going to be 2 hours of just back-to-back trailers and stuff about games, that it was going to also involve a whole lot of comedy bits written maybe by comedians for non-comedians. And I think Day 9 is a good presenter, but I don't come to day 9 for comedy. And so I was like, I am not going to watch this. So I will just say, because we are going to talk about Xbox/Bethesda, and we are going to talk about the PC gaming show. So I will just say, Capcom. We'll talk about Capcom. I'll just say, Demon School, all one word, is a tactics game about demons in school, and it's also about friendship. And that sounds great. It is Necrosoft making it, and published by Yidzru's Games. I forget exactly how to say the name of that company, but my buddy Jacob works there, so someday I'll learn how to say the name of Yidzru's Games properly. Yeah, Jacob works there, and Jacob fucking rules. So I'm psyched to find out that Jacob is working on some kind of video game. Because, yeah, like I said, he fucking kicks ass. So I am excited to find out more about said video game. But it's got a cool name, Demon School, and the art style looked rad. And, yeah, so that's my only takeaway from the PC gaming show. System Shock looked cool. I watched that trailer as well. So I guess I have that I can say as well. But no other things about the PC gaming show. But we will start with Xbox/Bethesda. I took some notes while I was watching all of this. If you have any comments, you can put them in the chat, of course, because I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on these things. Redfall. My big takeaway from Redfall is that I hope that this concentrated trailer is not fully indicative of how goddamn annoying the characters will be, because they seem insufferable, and I am excited to play it, except I'm actually after this presentation less excited about it than I was before. But like I said, it could just be they're just giving you all the lines that they think are good, but you won't hear all these lines all the time when you're playing it, because that would be too much. It would just be too goddamn much. It was a lot. It was a lot to deal with. Let's see. Also the main character in there said "aw shit" or "oh shit" like a whole lot. Just too much. I do love the idea that it's an island where vampires showed up, and like the rest of the world maybe isn't dealing with it yet. I like that idea. I think that concept is fun. Also, I like the idea that there are vampires and they want to kill humans, and there are also cultists who want to get in good with the vampires. Like the idea that vampires showed up and there is a decent enough portion of people who are just like, whatever you need, y'all, we're right here for you. We got you. And then the vampires are like, no. But the humans that are like against the vampires are also against the cultists. And I think that is a interesting idea for this class-based shooter. So, hopefully it won't be as annoying as I actually think it will be. That would be swell. Silk Song is real. Game Pass day 1 for Silk Song. Just a short thing to just be like, Silk Song, it's happening. Please stop yelling about if it's happening or not, because it is. Please believe us, it's happening. That's not a game that I'm necessarily going to be playing myself, but I am excited for people who are very excited about it. I want it to be great for them. Let's see. I'm definitely not going to play or watch anyone else play High on Life. Talking guns that talk to you, and at one point there was a talking knife, and it just seems insufferable, and it's also Game Pass day 1. Gatlians was what I wrote down there. It just seems completely, unbelievably not for me. Like it's so funny that the Wholesome Gaming Show showed that game where your best friend is a frog and the frog is a grappling hook, and I was like, that's adorable. And this one, guns are alive, and I was like, fuck off, get this shit away from me. No, thank you. 100% no, thank you. And I think that's just the approach. The idea that there's also a talking knife was at least fun, but feels like maybe you didn't need to reveal that in the trailer. Here's a big thing. This is just fucking news for some folks here. Riot Games is bringing games to Game Pass. Riot Games are coming to Game Pass, and a lot of shit gets unlocked, and there are XP boosters, and it's just like, I found out that the Metal Hellsinger game with all the metal music avoids DMC issues because all the music is original. Yes. There was fear because they listed all of these artists that there would be issues, but it's all original music. Yes, they tweeted about that. Because the demo's out and people have been doing fine playing that demo, streaming that demo. But yeah, Riot coming, and you get like people that maybe played casually and want to get back in and do it on Game Pass. Like the heroes alone from League of Legends that you can just get for free is remarkable. Like a lot of money must have changed hands. And obviously there are people who are just like, what? I've been involved in this a long time. Or people will be like, what? I would never. No, I don't care. But like maybe you played a little bit of Valorant and now you want to get back into Valorant and you just want like a bunch of free shit. Like, enjoy. A Plague Tale Requiem is a third-person stealth game where there are just all of these goddamn fucking rats, and no thank you. Rats just completely, like, rip apart a dude at one point, and I was like, I'm out. I heard League has over 120. I have no idea, Aristofan, but, like, you're just getting shit. That Riot deal seems to be like a user acquisition deal. Yeah, possibly. But it just like, I think that just adds a lot of daily games to the service, which they want. They want you to use it. They want you to log in, play your play your League games, play your Valorant games, play your dailies, and then your team fighting tactics, and then like, while you're there, download another thing. So I think this is like smart for them to want to have more daily experience games. We got to put a sticker on this before we put it on here, so let's do that now. I remember this one was annoying on the other side, so I'm going to take my time with this while I talk to you about... Oh yeah, Plague Tale. I got nothing to say about Plague Tale Requiem. I'm not going to play that game. But like, I don't know, the vibe looked good for some people that would like that vibe. This is not my vibe. Forza Motorsport is coming in spring 2023. Those tracks looked very wet. The demo looked incredibly good. I am not a car guy. I am not a car game person. That is not my steez. That is not my style. But that game looked pretty fucking awesome. And also, they put damage in it, which is a big deal. Forza's got fucking damage in it now. The cars can get beat up. Now, how beat up can the cars get? I don't know. But that is a big deal for Forza, and that is cool. They showed some car nudity. Not safe for work. Yes. Let's see. What else do we got here? What else do I need to tell you about? Oh, well, I guess we should talk about Flight Simulator, helicopters, old classic planes, Halo Infinite shit. The Pelican is in there as of now, as of like Sunday. They put the Pelican in. Live was down and weird late last night, and I don't think that was why, but that also happened. And then also November 2022, later this year. Hey, welcome, Harold. We're talking about the Xbox Bethesda thing. In November 2022 is the 40th anniversary edition, because it's the 40th anniversary of Flight Simulator. I'm turning 42 this year. I'm 2 years older than Flight Simulator. That's bonkers. Anyway, apparently the Pelican handles very weirdly because it is a fake thing in a game that is attempting to simulate real. You're hoping for a big new Microsoft Solitaire. Yeah, no. Sorry. No Solitaire for you. Okay, that's number 19, so that's the back side of that. 20 is the front side of it. Great. Got to make sure we put these legs together right. Overwatch 2 comes out in October. It is free to play. Early access is October 4th. So while it is coming in October, it's coming early access October 4th, and then later in the month, apparently released for everybody. There's like a free-for-all mode that felt very like Borderlands, like Mad Max style, which Borderlands obviously was aping Mad Max, so that's fun. And also, Blizzard, so there's always still Blizzard. MVP only early access October 4th, says Lord Cratchington. Yeah, it's not like a buy it early, get it early. It is like October 4th is when they're big, like, we got people playing this shit and streaming it. Your favorite streamers are playing it for a little while, and then will stop playing it at some point because they're only going to play it for so long. Because eventually they will get sick of playing it. But we're going to pay some people a whole lot of money to do it. I don't know how well that goes, with everybody being mad about it changing to be more like OWL. I don't know. I have no idea. I played some Overwatch at one point. I wasn't good at it, and my friend group my multiplayer friend group didn't stick to it, so I didn't play a lot of it. So I don't know. ARA, History Untold, is a turn-based strategy game. Did I, in my head, go ARA when that name of the game was announced? Yes. Will there be lots of jokes from certain individuals on the internet that will make ARA jokes consistently about this game? Also, yes. But that's neither here nor there. I don't play turn-based strategy games like this, so I don't really have a big comment on it. Art looked cool. Elder Scrolls Online High Isle comes out June 21st. That's soon for Xbox and PC. I had forgotten that Elder Scrolls Online was still a thing, but I know people who still love it, and that's cool for them. I mean, it seems to have more love. Elder Scrolls Online has more love from fans than the people I know who were very disappointed by Fallout. So, cool. All right, so that's G3. So that goes on this side. G4 goes on the other side. Great. Working on a leg here. Speaking of Fallout 76, The Pit is coming in September. As you may know, Fallout 76 is set before all of the other Fallout games. And so we've seen The Pit in the Fallout 3 era, but now we'll see The Pit in the Fallout 76 era. And I won't play that because I don't play Fallout 76, but I will be interested to hear from some people, and I will probably watch certain YouTubers compare and contrast the two worlds perhaps a YouTuber that does a lot about documenting the places and people of Fallout games. Perhaps he will have thoughts on it. Weird licensed music in the trailer. Look, I don't know. The thing about it is they pick a low energy song. That's Fallout. It's not Country Roads, but Country Roads is like, that was like there's New Vegas was like fucking, it wasn't a Sinatra song, but it was, it's like they pick very low energy stuff for their trailers. That is like a tradition the last bunch of years of the Bethesda era, certainly. Um, Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels add-on comes in July, and they got fucking loop-de-loops, and that's cool. I don't dislike loop-de-loops. I don't play Forza Horizon 5, but like, I don't know. I know some people fucking hate this shit, and I don't know why they hate fun so much, but they do. They hate fun, and they're serious car game. They don't want fun in it, and I don't know why, but whatever. They can have their weird opinions. Arc 2. Forza Horizon ran out of ideas. They did Hot Wheels in 3. I don't know if it's they ran out of ideas so much as they made a second licensing deal because people might have liked the first one, Harold. They might have just liked it, and so they're just doing it again because maybe it's like a partnership that people seem to like. I don't know. Also, there's so many for Forza games that I do not. I also don't doubt the idea that they've run out of ideas because they have had to make so many of them that there are only so many ideas. Who knows? I'm sure there's a long list of partnerships they want to make that just haven't happened because partnerships are very difficult. Yeah, Arc 2. So is there no character creation in that game and you're always Vin Diesel? Or is the default person Vin Diesel? Or is Vin Diesel your friend? Like your companion? Is Vin Diesel playing a character that's your companion? I'm saying that it's actually Vin Diesel. That would be a much better video game if it was legitimately Vin Diesel as Vin Diesel. They're not going to do that. This isn't Vin Diesel playing Vin Diesel. Yeah, Harold, what I'm saying is, yeah, they aren't going to top that because so they're just going to do, yeah, exactly. Yes. And then the next one will have Lego again. And they'll bounce between the two of them, and those will be their fun updates. Like, yeah, sure, okay. The first arc is free on Steam. 400 gigabyte download for all of the DLC. That's too much DLC. That's too many gigabytes. That's too much video game. 400 gigabytes is too much. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out about the Vin Dieselness of it. But it is weird in a way that I can appreciate and get behind. He's a friend to all of us. Yes, like HR Puff and stuff. Okay. Scorn. Hey, I said this before. No thank you. No thank you to Scorn. Did you know that this trailer had more goop and wet and bad in it than the previous Scorn trailer that we saw? They added more grossness to it. It's just a wet HR Giger, not Puffin stuff. We're talking Giger here. HR Giger nightmare. And I'm not here for it. I don't care for it. I don't want to. No thank you. I guess is what I'm saying is no thank you. Cause I'm good. I think I'm just good with all of it. Yeah, I just no. I guess that's my big thought on Scorn is no. No thank you. I'll try to be polite about it. No thank you. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, comes out in 2023. It is a third-person magic and weapons game, and you have a pet, and the gods are mad, and you are not going to take it anymore. So maybe you're going to kill a god. Now, I have found out that other information about it has revealed that the plot of this game is humanity created guns, and the gods were like, no thanks, we don't enjoy this weapon you've made. That you're going to abuse that, so no. And then apparently humanity in this fictional world was like, well, then we're going to use guns to fight you because you can't take away our guns. And that And I don't think that they are. I don't think they know that the people that are making this, I don't think they realize what they are doing. I don't think the creators of this game think that the gods are right and that humanity is proving the point. It would be incredible if that game ended with you as the main character like dropping your weapon and being like, shit, look at all we did here. Maybe we were the baddies. I don't think that, but I do think that is wonderfully ironic and weird. Sorry, Flintlock. It's a good name. Mojang is making a new game. It is called Minecraft Legends, coming out next year. It is RTS-ish, and it looks fine. I played Minecraft a long time ago. Long time ago. Years and years ago. It's been quite some time since I played Minecraft. I mean, I didn't pay for it when I played it. That's how long ago it was, I guess. But, you know, I do like watching people play Minecraft sometimes, so I will check that out. Lightyear Frontier Survival. Oh, yeah, Lightyear. Lightyear is... I didn't have good punctuation on this, so I was confused what I was saying. Lightyear is a frontier survival crafting game. You are in a mech, and there is narrative stuff happening. I do like the idea of being in a mech and having a mech friend. I don't particularly like survival games. I thought that was Astroneer until the farm stuff showed up. Yeah, no, not Astroneer. I do like cool mechs, as I said. I don't particularly enjoy survival crafting games. So I don't necessarily think that I am like 100% in on this particular video game. But I could be proven wrong. And perhaps, I would even be happy to be proved wrong if this turns out to be a fucking good video game. Perhaps I could find myself excited about it if it turns out to be cool. I'm open to the possibility. Gunfire Reborn is a 4-player co-op roguelike where you are all... It's furries. You're furries. I completely forgot about Gunfire Reborn. It's coming to Game Pass in October. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I forgot that game came out. It's coming to Game Pass. The Last Case of Benedict Fox is a side-scroller with spooky shit. It's some spooky-ass shit. It looks like a side-scrolling adventure game. And I think that sounds cool. And I will be happy to check that out. I don't know if it will be a purchase, but it would certainly be a investigate, be interested in. We got a bunch more here. As Dusk Falls is a filtered VA. This is fucking hard to describe. So basically, it's doing that like Until Dawn kind of thing, I think, because you're one character, but up to 8 people can play. So I think you just like take turns on who does what, and I don't understand how that works, but that sounds cool. And it's FMV, so it's like live action footage put through a filter to be like a motion graphic visual novel. And I'm doing a bad job of describing it, but I will say that what I saw of it intrigued me, and I would like to know more, and I would like to know how it is 8-player multiplayer. Like how the fuck does that work? Naraka Blade Point is certainly a fucking video game coming to Game Pass. And it's got some included extras, and it looks like a fucking video game. God damn it! It looks like a motherfucking video game. I have no actual idea of anything about Naraka Blade Point. It's a certified Jason game. Yes, it does feel like a Jason Ostriker game. Okay, so we've got a Obsidian game. Obsidian is making a small game. They're making like a game that like small team within a large team making a small video game called Peniment Story. Oh no, sorry. Yeah. Right? Is it Peniment Story or is it Peniment? It's Peniment. Sorry. Again, I was writing some of these pretty quickly, and my my penmanship, not my penmanship, but my grammar and punctuation could use work. No, not Naruto. No, that was Naruto. Peniment is a storybook art style, like the Renaissance art style. It is set in the 16th century, Bavaria, and it is a narrative adventure game from Obsidian, coming out in November. And I just think that's cool. I love the idea of a larger studio making some kind of like small project. That's just fucking cool, and it looked neat. So Peniment. Also from Obsidian is Grounded, which has been in early access for a bit. A full game coming in September, so it's coming. The full game will be arriving in September. This is a you are one of many shrunk kids that have to fight bugs, and there's some sort of artificial intelligence that is helping you fight big bugs, so that eventually you can fight all the bugs and figure out how to get back to your normal size. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but also what if fighting bugs was the whole game? I don't know. I have no idea about that game. I have not checked it out in early access. I've only heard about it here and there. Let's see. We also got Arabin Shadow Legacy. It is a you are a ninja. You are fighting robots. You attack them from the shadows. It looked fucking cool as hell. That's on my radar right now. That's a game for me to check out. I might even play it. I don't know. But it seems neat. Diablo 4, the Necromancer class has been announced. Of course, there have been previous announcements about a bunch of other things, but this is the announcement of the Necromancer class. Character customization, shared worlds, crossplay, and couch co-op. 2023 release. Couch co-op is nice. Crossplay is nice if you have friends that want to be on consoles and you want to be on PC. The shared worlds idea is a cool, fun thing. I don't know, Diablo 4. Necromancers understood the need to unionize. Indeed. I am, obviously, Blizzard needs to work on a lot of shit. But all the talk of Diablo Immortal made me think about going back to Diablo 3, which I have not done. But what if I played Diablo 4 next year? That Diablo 4 bit seemed like a way to distract from Immortal. Here's the thing. Interviews. Because people have said, why is it on PC? Why is this mobile game that's going after the mobile market, why is that on PC? And the answer is, so that the streamers that they want to keep a good relationship with that stream their other games could easily stream it, because it's way easier to have a PC release than it is to have the streamers have to go in and get a way to make a fake Android account appear or capture from a device. So basically that's the reason why Diablo Immortals is on PC, is just so that it can be streamed better. Android emulators are weird for streaming. Yes, so there's ways to do it, but apparently it was just easier for them to do that. I don't think Diablo 4 announcements are to cover up Diablo Immortal in any way, shape, or form, because I don't think that Blizzard thinks that Diablo Immortal is competing with Diablo 4 because their audiences are different, because Blizzard knows what a phone and tablet audience is, and there is a lot of overlap, but it's not the same thing, which was bad for them when they announced Immortal at BlizzCon, because they shouldn't have done it there, because that audience was like, that's not the next Diablo, what the fuck are you doing? I don't want this phone shit. But to them, they're like, people have phones who don't have computers and wouldn't see themselves buying Diablo 4, but might play Diablo Immortal. So yeah, who knows? I don't think it was a distraction. I think it was they need to have a video game that comes out this year, which is Overwatch, and they need to have a video game that comes out next year because Activision Blizzard wants to get bought. So they got to have video games that come out. So I don't think it was a distraction. There you go, Lord Crashton. Yeah, got you go back to 3, and maybe you get a little hyped for 4. Anyway, Sea of Thieves is getting updated. You're getting customizations of a bunch of different things. You can be a captain now. The season 7 comes out in July, and they had a song which in Jeff Gersman's chat people were typing cringe all the time. But for me, it was one of the most memorable trailers of the whole thing, because it was in the world sung like a sea shanty from from a character about what's going on. And I don't know, I like that better than just some voice of some person I don't know being like, we've been so excited about the positive response to Sea of Thieves. In our next update, I don't need every trailer is that for update trailers. So I like the idea that they were just like, I don't know, what if it's a song and we just talk about it in a song? I don't know. I didn't dislike it. You sounded like the start of a Queen song. I did not see their coverage, so I could not tell you. Raven Lock is coming out in 2023. It is an action game that is clearly heavily Alice in Wonderland inspired. And by that I mean, hey everybody, it's an isekai. It's a Western studio isekai. Is that their intention to make an isekai? Probably not, but they're making an isekai. They're just picking an Alice in Wonderland style game, but we know it's an isekai. We are aware. Let's see. Cocoon is coming out in 2023 as well. Exploration game with a there's a bunch of orbs. You got to collect some orbs in Cocoon. Did anyone else think that it was pulled way too far back? Like the field of view was really far away in Cocoon? I don't know. I mean, maybe you can zoom in more, but it felt like the top view was overdoing it. That's just my opinion on it. I don't know. It just felt really far away. Wulong Fallen Dynasty is coming out in 2023. Team Ninja's making a game. And the only thing I took away from it is that there are monsters, and those monsters need to get sliced and diced by you and a sword, which seemed good. Team Ninja slicing up monsters with a sword seems good. That seems like a thing that should exist and in a video game format. So yeah, on board. All right. Almost done with Bethesda stuff. Some Persona 4 games are coming to Xbox. Persona 4 games. Some Persona games. I said some Persona 4 games. 3 Portable, which is coming. 4 Golden and 5 Royale. And also, it's starting with Persona 5 PC. That's very fucking cool. That I believe that Persona Portable, coming to PC as well, says John. Yes, but also coming to Xbox. If I remember correctly, it's not super easy to play portable, so good. It's not Fez, but still cool. Kojima's making a video game for Xbox. Atlas settled a 10-year internet argument between Persona 3 Fez and Portable. Lord Crashington, I know you're just joking, but also that's not... No argument is ever settled on the internet. More importantly, they're coming to cloud gaming, so Persona 5 Royale is now a mobile game. Indeed, Dirty, it is now technically a mobile game. That is true. All right, then we need D2 16 and C14. Yeah, Kojima's like, I don't have anything to say about this. Kojima is making a game. That's it. That's the tweet. Kojima is making an Xbox game. It's Kojima and Xbox making a game together. It's happening. Who knows? Good for him. Good for Xbox. And then a whole lot of fucking Starfield shit. Just so much goddamn Starfield. I'm sure, I'm sure PlayStation fans are mad and feel betrayed because people are mad about things, get mad about that stuff. Like, sure. And I'm sure that people who were like, oh, I'm so psyched that some people that were like, I'm so psyched about Kojima have also said, like, he's not a big deal and whatever, and like, who cares? He makes games for PlayStation. They've said that in the past, and now they're excited about it because they always were excited about it. But yeah, I'm sure some PlayStation fans were mad, but who cares? He doesn't work for PlayStation. He makes games. Starfield. It was Todd Howard time. Hey, I want to play Starfield. Like, now I tweeted, and it did very well for me. A very good tweet. No Man's Skyrim. But also, it is No Man's Skyrim. Like, I'm fucking on board. I love that instead of settlements from Fallout 4, you're just doing ship crafting and ship customization. And you can have like a fucking crew and go on the galaxy. And will a lot of planets just be bullshit and boring? Oh, I'm sure they will. You know, there'll be whole star systems where you're like, nothing good. There's nothing good here. Moving on. I'm sure. Will it be janky and broken? Yes. Will there be mods on Nexus Mod, like within a week, to make your ships penis-shaped? Yes. Of course there will. There was digital lockpicking. There was fucking digital lockpicking. This game has lockpicking in it. I mean, of fucking course it does, but also it has lockpicking in it. That's so fucking funny. All right, let's panel line this while I talk about Starfield. Because I'm done with this leg. We finished the other leg here. Digipicking, yes. I'm on board. Look, here's the thing. I don't give a shit about their jank. I know a lot of people care. I don't care. I save often. I reload. I do multiple copies of saves. I also mod games to hell. And you know, a cool thing that happens with mods, especially PC mods for Fallout games, is they put in balance like patches, and they put in like performance patches, not balance, performance patches. Like, they do the work. So I'm on board. Look, do I think the shooting's going to be great? No. I think the shooting will be fine. But I'm not expecting it to be incredible. I'm expecting some of the characters you meet to be very cool and weird and have you want to use bullshit, and some of it to be like, oh, that was weird. I know what you're trying to go for, but you really nail it. And, oh, I think this space person wants to date me. Hell yeah. Because we've been conversing and they're a companion. Okay, let's go and do this. Let's go hang out. They didn't show VATS. Yeah, I don't know if they will show VATS. I don't know if there's VATS in this game. Maybe there is. Maybe there isn't. But there's a lot of fucking space shit. I bet if there is VATS, it doesn't work if you're in the spaceship. I bet that is on the ground only. But yeah, there's, perks and lots of shit going on. Also, I bet eventually you can buy I bet there will be settlement building eventually. Maybe it's not in the first build of the game. Maybe it's like DLC, but they worked really hard on settlement stuff for 4 and 76. So I bet there's settlement building in this game. I won't like eat a hat if there's not. I'm not that confident in it, but I'm pretty confident. $200 million No Man's Sky. You can build. You can build settlement. Okay. You can build a base. Yes, there is a base, but like, can you build multiple bases? Can you build? Can you have freighters sending supplies between bases? Like, how big of how much bullshit is going to be in this, and how much bullshit is going to be in this game? I don't know, but I'm invested and I'm interested. And I feel like this is a game I'm going to put a lot of goddamn hours in, even if I'm waiting for cool mods. Yeah, I'm sure they showed a bunch of stuff that I like didn't see because a lot was going on, and there was a lot of conversation about what was going on in that game. So I'm sure I missed a bunch of things for Starfield. Capcom, Monster Hunter Rise. Sunbeak is coming out at the end of June. It is a expansion for Monster Hunter Rise. The jungle is back, and that means something to some people, I am sure. They must have seen the jungle coming back, and they were like, fuck yeah. And those same people were probably already very excited about Gore Magala, because Gore Magala is back, y'all. Who's Gore Magala? I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about Monster Hunter, except that Gore Magala is back, and some people are probably psyched about it, and other people are probably pissed about it, because it's a video game thing. More free updates to come throughout the year. They are excited to tell you more later about all of that I just said. Basically, they recapped all of the Street Fighter 6 announcements that have already been made because they were at other shows before their presentation. Why is this falling apart? Let me fix this. So they were just like, hey, Street Fighter 6, y'all. We talked about it. We wish there wasn't a leak, but we're not going to say that. We're not going to acknowledge it. We're not going to show you stuff that was already leaked. We're just going to recap all the other stuff. Please tune in for more about Street Fighter 6. Read the IGN Japan thing about it, because there's some interesting things in there, apparently. They didn't say that. That's me saying that. That the World Tour mode will be more than just Metro City. It was in the IGN Japan article. You'll be able to go other places in that mode. Just there we go. Stop popping off, piece. The other leg is fine. Why is this like being weirdo? Why is this like being so weird? Pop into place. There. Did that pop into place yet? Great. Okay. Nope, didn't. I want to see more of the open world stuff. I do too, but we didn't see it there. Capcom Fighting Collection, all playable online, out June 24th. Arcade Second Stadium is out July 22nd. It's good that they broke those up a bit. Exoprimal. So we saw a trailer of this before, and people were like, what the fuck? You're in exosuits and you're fighting dinosaurs that come out of portals? And we didn't know much about it, except that you were in exosuits and you were fighting dinosaurs that come out of portals, like I just said. That is all we knew. We now know more. There's more to say, friends, because the reason that dinosaurs are coming out of portals is so that you can fight the dinosaurs, so that an AI called Leviathan can learn about humanity and how they struggle to accomplish things and work together to fulfill their goals. So an evil AI named Leviathan is summoning all these dinosaurs for you to fight on an island, and you can't escape. But you as humans have to work hard to accomplish these things. And also, you are working towards your goal of defeating all the dinosaurs and then defeating Leviathan. And that's way more than I would have expected from this video game. They're doing some... They put a story in this thing that is weird, and good for them, I guess. Good for them for being like, we should have a fucking bonkers story for this video game. I'm having a lot of trouble with this leg piece here. I'm going to pop this off and try to pop it back on where it needs to go. I think this has to go on first, but maybe I was putting in the wrong spot. It's got to go like here. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, whatever. That's weird. Dragon. Oh, the unbelievable choice, folks. It's the 10th anniversary of Dragon's Dogma, and they say Dragon's Dogma 10th anniversary. We've got the lead from Dragon's Dogma here, talking about how people really loved it, and there were like comics and like a Netflix series, and everybody was like real into it, and we're so thankful that people love Dragon's Dogma. And we've got something special to announce. There's going to be a video on our YouTube channel about the 10th anniversary of Dragon's Dogma. We won't show it here at this event, but we'll tell you about it. We'll plug a video. Okay, thanks so much. Bye. And also, these Dragon Dogma baseball jerseys are not available for sale. I don't know. I have not watched the Netflix series. I heard very mixed things. I know some people were like, it's fun. And other people were like, this is awful. They're bad at this. They shouldn't have made this game. Or this animated thing. So I've heard mixed. Real quick, I want to get through all this, and then we got to take a pause for the cause. Resident Evil Village, Shadows of the Rose DLC. You get the Mercenaries, which is a horde mode. You get third-person mode for the full game, and you get a side story where you play Rose in the future, like you saw at the end of the game, and she's all grown up, and it's all in third person, and she's like in a dream world with like a version of herself. And also, Village is coming to Mac. So, that's fun. RE4 is coming out March 24th, 2023. It is a reimagining. That is the only thing that I took a note from that. Resident Evils 1 through 3 are getting an update. They are coming out for the Xbox and PlayStation 5 with updates. They're getting ray tracing and 3D audio, and you're getting free upgrades to it if you bought it on the previous consoles or whatever. You're getting the upgrades or updates for free, and I believe a PC update is either out now or coming out that does all of the like ray tracing and 3D audio and shit. You can be the big lady in Mercenaries. Yes, you can also be the big lady. You can be Lady Dimitrescu. And that's it. The last thing of that was Resident Evil shit. They're like world premiere. Resident Evil 1 through 3 upgrades are out, and you can get them now. That was their big like final one last thing. Their one last thing was, hey, y'all like those updates we put out? We made them for current gen. Bye. And that's all I have to say about that. It's a lot. The Capcom thing was a bit underwhelming. I thought Bethesda Xbox was perfectly fine. I was not expecting them to set the world on fire. I don't think they did set the world on fire. But I thought overall it was totally okay and maybe even good. Because here's the thing. I like that they focused on games that are coming out before next E3. Like that they're like, these are coming out within the next year from now. Like when they say 2023, they mean first half. And well, things get, in 2022 games. I like that. I thought that was neat that they were like, hey, this is all shit that's coming within a year. Instead of like, also, and then they were like, this doesn't count. Also, there's a new game with no announcement from Kojima. So that kind of broke it when they talked to Kojima about it. But other than that part where they broke that, every game they talked about is coming out, and that was good. In your opinion, which RG kit is the best so far? The best real grade kit is the Sazabi real grade, because the Sazabi is a large kit. As a real grade, it is huge. The Zeong was a really fun real grade, but so that's up there. But I think the Sazabi was really fun to build top to bottom. It looks great. I mean, I built the variant, the one that's the clear version, the ruby red clear. But even if I had built the regular, that is by far the best time I had working on a real grade. So yeah, my favorite was the Sazabi, runner-up being the Zeong, which was really good. The Wing Gundam real grade is the worst one I've ever built. That one was that felt bad to build. It was an early real grade, if I remember correctly, but that one felt, yeah, that was not a good time. I remember that one being a bad building experience. Oh, yours is the High Nu and this is Sazabi. High Nu was fun. I also like the High Nu. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong there. All right, are these the clear pieces that have to go in here? Because it's probably not. Is it sticker? Is there a sticker 15? Are these stickers? These are stickers. Okay, these are not clear pieces. The clear pieces come in. The hologram parts come in later, and they are labeled as that. All right, let's do this after. We're gonna get into the stickers we got to put on this piece here, but a thing we have to do right now. I demand it as the person who's in charge of my own streams. We're doing a pause for the cause. Now, if you're new to a stream, if you just tuned in because you're checking out the Makers and Crafting groups, or you don't always watch my streams, come in the beginning, you come in the end, you don't know in the middle that I do this, I'm going to talk to you about ways you can support the channel if you are so interested. All of the things I'm about to say are optional. You don't have to do any of these things, but if you'd like to, I would love to have your support so that I can continue to build model kits and Lego sets and hang out with all of you. The easiest way to support what I do is to become a subscriber here on Twitch. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the blue emote in the chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes using cash money, your $5 a month, or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime linked with your Twitch, you can use that. Goes a long way. My numbers were like a little low last month, and so I'm not getting a payout this month here. But next month, I'll have a very nice payout, and I'll be able to, I'll be able to buy model kits. Especially since a bunch of stuff that was supposed to be out in May and June got pushed. So, which is understandable, it happens. But like, I don't know. I should be already building the God Gundam real great, but that's gotten pushed like twice, so I'm not building it right now. We're currently at 46 subscribers. Our goal is to hit 50. So if you'd like to become a subscriber, now would be a great time to do it. If you want to gift a sub, you could join Dark Web Prosciutto and Francium as a gift sub leaderboard. That would be nice. You could also do bits and coins, always appreciated. You could gift anonymously, or you could take the credit and join that leaderboard. That's the thing you could do. If you're not already following me, please give me a follow. I build model kits on Monday and Thursday and Saturday, and then every Wednesday I do something else, like play a video game. This coming Wednesday, I'm playing a cool video game called Lumbear Jack. It's about a bear named Jack, and industrialization has gone too far. It's time to take back the woods. That was on the Wholesome Games Direct, the Wholesome Direct, and it's available, so I went and bought it. And it's great. And I'm playing that on Wednesday. I'm just going to be a bear with an axe breaking shit and taking back the land. I'm very excited about that game. I played like 5 minutes of it just to make sure it worked, and it was fun. Anyway, that's on Wednesday. If you didn't want to subscribe here, you don't want to be a subscriber on Twitch, I understand. Well, maybe I could interest you in Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. There's a $1, a $3, a $5, and a $10 tier. Different rewards for the different tiers. Consider taking a look at it. Watch the intro video and see if that's right for you. Because maybe my Patreon is what you're looking for. Also, I have a YouTube channel. Now, of course, subscribing on YouTube is free. And I encourage you to subscribe at youtube.com/PatBear. But while you're there, if you wanted to, hop over and become a member for $2 a month. You get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So you get it a day early. So tomorrow, you would get the video that everybody else will see on Wednesday, my Do You Remembaer video. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. And then also, look, those are monthly ways to support me. They're recurring monthly ways. I understand that's not for everybody. What about a one-time donation? You could just jump over and go through my PayPal and coffee. Yes, my coffee. And anything I make through direct donations, through Patreon, through Twitch, through YouTube, which also includes AdSense, so watching me there also benefits me. All goes to me buying model kits and equipment so I can keep building what I'm doing here. This kit, this real grade, the Exia Repair II, I bought from Premium Bandai. I couldn't do that with your help, so thank you very much. Now, the next kit I'm going to be building was purchased via gift card, and I'm going to talk about ways you can buy kits for me to build. And any kits that are bought that way, well, they jump the queue, and they're the next thing that I built. So the next thing I'm going to be building was purchased, as I said, off a gift card. We'll talk about that in a moment. But first, I'm going to talk about my Amazon wish list. I have an Amazon wish list. It's got a bunch of things there. You buy it. As I said, I'll shoot a video about it, and it'll jump the queue. I've got inexpensive Lego sets. I've got more expensive Lego sets. I've got high grades and master grades and stuff with free shipping and stuff without free shipping and stuff that is priced way too high. Why is the blue dual Gundam $46 for a high grade? I don't know, but that's how much it costs. And then there's some equipment at the bottom, also added to the bottom. Again, a thing that I don't understand why it is $70 fucking dollars, $67. I'm sorry, is a square folding table. Because right now I'm rocking a long rectangular table, and I don't use all of it, and there's a lot of table shake. And I'm trying to fix that table shake. But also, I'm going to be putting a lot more weight on this table, and I don't love that either. So what if I just got a smaller table that was dedicated just for this, and then also I would open up some more room here in the room that I'm currently in. So I added that. Don't spend $68 for me on a table. It's mostly just there for me to say that that's there, and maybe some other money bags will purchase it for my birthday or something. I don't know. These tables are how I make my money. Why are they so dirty? I understand. Let's see. What I was going to say here. Gift cards. I mentioned the next kit I'm building was bought with a gift card from USA Gundam Store. Somebody who wants to remain anonymous followed the link, bought a gift card to USA Gundam Store, then sent me a DM on Twitter with that gift card code and was like, hey, I saw on their summer sale that they have the Hello Kitty Char Zaku 2 set. You should buy that with this money. And I was like, 100% I should do that. Thank you very much. And did that. And then, so that's coming at some point soon. It'll be the next thing I build if it gets here when I'm done by the time I finish the real grade, which it should, because it is only in Florida. So at some point, they should mail that out to me soon. One would hope. They probably had a lot of orders because they're summer sale. But whatever. Also, Throne. Throne's just an alternative wish list. They're good people over there on Throne. So take a look at that if you want to. And again, anything you buy there, I build before I build the other stuff I've got in my backlog. All right, so ways to support me for free. We will get back to model kit building. Don't worry about it. But I got to talk a little bit before we get back there. Discord. I got a Discord. You can join my Discord. It's a nice little place to be. A couple of video links for you to check out. I will have a new Pat Bear's Anime Club next week, but right now my current one is about Bleach, the 1,000-Year War, getting people prepped for Bleach, which comes back in October. Bleach is coming. So we got to get amped up for that. And it turns out I do remember a lot about Bleach. And also, talking about Bleach and Ichigo specifically prepared me for my next video, which I will be recording this weekend for the next Pat Bear's Anime Club. And then Do You Remembaer is an ongoing video series where I read something on the internet, often Wikipedia, and then I try to remember everything about it and tell you about it in an entertaining manner. And for this one, I talked about the band Freeze Pop and tried to remember all of the aliases of the band members and the history of the band and how and why they are featured in so many games from Harmonix. Because one of the founding members worked there, which makes sense because they were Boston bands. They were one of the many Boston bands with members of the band being employees at Harmonix. So it makes sense. Anyway, it's Manga Monday, so we're going to talk about some manga, and then we're going to talk about some anime. Actually, I have 2 manga to talk about, and then some anime, so we'll get ready for that. And then we're also going to transition back to working on the body of this kit, and I'm going to drink a little water as we dramatically transition back. Here we go. Dramatically transitioning. I'm just going to check one thing, and then we're going to get into some manga talk and some anime talk. All right. Let's get into some manga talk. We're going to start with some manga talk here. We're going to talk about an old man from the countryside becomes a sword saint, and I'm not the hero. An old man from the countryside becomes a sword saint. Has a lot more. It has like I try to live a quiet life, but my, whatever won't leave me alone. My, like students won't leave me alone. Whatever. It's got a longer one, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to focus on the part where it is a cool story. This one is not an isekai. This is just an action adventure series about a dude. He always dreamed of being an adventurer, but he ended up staying at, a dojo, a sword school. He stayed at the sword school for many years, honing his craft out in the boonies, and he had a lot of students that came through. And here's the thing. While he was training and while he was training other people, he became an incredible swordsman. But now he's getting on in years. The title refers to him as an old man, and I need you to understand that he is not an old man. There's also an alternate title. This is the Backwater Old Man, which you might be able to find this under that name as well. This dude is like in his late 30s, early 40s. He is my age, but he considers himself to be an old man. I guess adventuring is a young man's game. Whatever. I don't love that. But sure, we'll accept it. Anyway, here's the thing. Turns out he's great. He doesn't have the confidence that he's particularly great at anything, but he works hard and he's trained a lot of good people. And turns out a lot of his students have gone on to be big deals. And many of them are big deals because they wanted to be in a position for everyone to know how great their teacher was. Because he definitely had male students, but we're not going to be privy to them because we are focusing on the female students. The head adventurer and the guild master of the guild, the trainer of the Royal Knights, who is the youngest person to ever become the trainer, a high-ranking member of the Royal Knights, a magician who uses her sword instead of a wand, and that's why she learned sword skills. And I'm sure that there are going to be other girls that come in, but those are the main ones that I am chatting about right now. We got to put the hologram part C. Hologram part C is the next thing we need to put in here, and these require some bending. I have not put these holograms in a while. It's been a while since I did an Exia, so I forgot about these. I believe I can pop these out easy with the X-Acto blade here because they're not super attached. Just kind of pop around and then pop these out. But yeah, we got to put these holographic parts in here. Attach these, and there's a little part that pops out here. Anyway, of course, he shows up, and people are like, "You tricked someone. You know, you're taking advantage of people. You tricked them. There's no way that you're as strong and capable as you say. You know, you're definitely up to no good, and you know, pulling the wool over these girls' eyes and taking advantage of them. Whatever. I'm gonna show that you're a fraud." And he's just like, I mean, okay, yeah, I'll accept a duel, sure, from a magician and from like another knight. And it's very funny that they instantly they eventually just have to recognize, oh, this dude fucking is really good and kicks a lot of ass, and I'm an asshole for thinking otherwise. So they come around pretty fast. Most recently, he has been fighting as I mentioned, the woman who is the woman who uses magic but also has her sword as her weapon. Her current master in the magicians group just challenged him to a fight and just ended that fight. So I have to put these. We gotta I gotta kind of bend these holographic pieces, I should say. Some of these are easy to put in. Some of them are hard. I might end up having to use my tweezers to kind of guide this. So I'm just going to talk about Manga while I try to get these pieces in, because these are the first step. I remember the head pieces being easier to put in, and this chest piece being the most annoying, because it's kind of got to bend and lock in a very small area. I'll just really zoom in here. Let's just really get in there. You can see there's a little bend right in here. And so I have to go like this and kind of lock it in. And then I can bend that piece over. So that's how it's going to look. And then it's going to, hopefully it won't pop out. And then it will bend over that, and then I can slot in the other piece over it, or behind it and over it. They're like, put this in this way, slide a piece around, bend that part over, and then shove another piece in there, and it'll all work. I'm going to pull back here. Whoops. Went the other way. I went the other way, and yeah, that'll be good. So that is an old man from the countryside became a sword saint. Overall, I think it's pretty good. Now, one that I am definitely interested in because I love this premise is, okay, so as many of you know from either reading them yourselves or watching the animes or hearing about me talk about them all the goddamn fucking time, you know that there are a lot of isekai where somebody who is playing a video game ends up being summoned to that video game or waking up in that video game, and then they're just like, oh, I'm a video game character, I'm my avatar. Now, lately, a lot of those games, or the games within them, have been MMORPGs or dating games, like Otome games. That has been the constant. We'll talk about a dating game, isekai, later. So that has been kind of like the standard trope, or the popular version, but it's not the only one, because I'm Not a Hero is about a guy in a classic RPG, a classic NES, SNES era RPG that this dude remembers playing a lot of. He wakes up as Rex. Now, he's not the hero, but he's also not a mob. He's not just a nameless character. He's not part of the main party. And I found this to be, I really like this idea. He's the character that protects and trains the main party in the very beginning of the game. So he's overpowered compared to the main party for a while until he dies. He has to die at one point. And then and he dies for like plot reasons. So our main dude is like, our dude is like, okay, I'm not the hero. I am the like trainer. I'm the quote unquote old man to these young kids who are going to eventually defeat all the demons. There's no way to keep Rex alive in the game, but I'm Rex, and I know all the game's secrets. But he also figures out pretty quickly, oh shit, if it's a storyline thing, the game will make it work. Like this, you can't rewrite the game story. So like Rex still dies, even though he did everything he needed to do. He defeated the demon. He did what he wasn't supposed to be able to do. He still dies. He gets resurrected through circumstance, and now like he's like, okay, so I can't be the hero. This game world won't let me be the hero. Like that's just not going to happen. I'm not going to be the hero of the story. But what I can do is continue to train these friends to be the hero and defeat the demon lord. And I can do that because I know how to cheat. I know all of the cheats in the game. I know all of the leveling cheats, and I know where all the best equipment is. I know what to do here. So as long as we don't rewrite the main story, we won't rewrite the main story as long as I'm around. Okay, so these didn't fold down. These are supposed to fold down when this goes in. So that didn't happen. So, sorry, when I put this in, it should keep these folded the way they're supposed to be folded down. There we go. Okay, so now these little side parts here are where they're supposed to be. This was really complicated. Sorry about that. I had to stop talking because that just got complicated in a way that I knew it would, but I still had to deal with it. Okay, so now it's all connected there. And now we can do the front parts of this. We can continue. Also, I put a sticker on there. It looks real good. I like these green stickers a lot. Some T parts here. Well, I'll keep talking with Sir. Okay, so basically, yeah. Right now, he's just training them. And, like, people are like, oh, your methods don't make any sense. Are you just scared or whatever? And he's like, no, he's got a plan. Because, yeah, he knows all the cheats. So he, like, knows that he spent a bunch of money at this casino to win some daggers that are shitty. These are like shitty items, but they're made of an incredible material. And he knows in the game you weren't supposed to be able to do this. It's a cheat in the game or a glitch in the game that you can, if you try to, when you have too low a level, use alchemy with those. It breaks the weapon down to its original components, which was not something you were supposed to be able to do, but people figured out you could do that because he knows all the cheats in the game. So now he ends up with incredibly valuable material, and all it cost him was an item that was terrible anyway, that was cursed. But instead, he works around it. Now he's got this great item that he can sell, and now he has a bunch of money, and then he is using it to hire people to get some other item that he needs. So basically that is now the plot of this game is our main character is just going to raise these kids up to be as strong enough to defeat, the stuff because he knows this is the hero's party. They're supposed to win. So they got to get there and he can get them there faster and safer along the way. I like it. It's not my favorite story that I'm reading right now, but it's pretty good. I would describe it as good. So that is I'm Not the Hero. Take a look. Let's talk about anime while I continue to work on the chest of this kit. Gotta do some parts here. Let's get some parts going. And I'm going to talk about Spy Family. I got busy on Saturday. Didn't get a chance to talk about Spy Family. If you're like Pat, normally on Mondays you talk about Shikimori's Not a Cutie. I normally do talk about Shikimori's Not a Cutie. I can't talk about this episode of Shikimori's Not a Cutie because it was a recap episode of some of the best moments of it, hosted by the voice actors. And I didn't watch it. And so I am not, because I was just like, they did another recap episode. It happens. But I did watch Spy Family yesterday, so now I can talk about that. This is an Anya heavy episode, which is great because Anya rules. So it is fun to have episodes where she is the focus. Anya and Damien. Damien is the boy that is the second son of the influential person that Lloyd is trying to get close to. And Damien and Anya have a contentious relationship. Anya and Damien both learn a rumor that you can get a Stella Star if you are named the most valuable player in the dodgeball tournament that is coming up. A Stella Star is the thing that basically is like gets you into an honor roll, is like achievement. It's achievos, it's achievement points. So it's and it's going to be very difficult for her to get them because she is not academically blessed. So she is looking to get that point. And then Damien wants to get it. He's training with friends because he wants recognition from his brother, his older brother, and from his father. So he is looking to just get whatever recognition he can get from his folks. Which, good on him. So let's see. Anya gets some training from Yor, who we all know is an assassin, and I don't know if that training would have ever helped, but Yor is too fucking good at throwing a dodgeball. Like, legitimately too damn good. And so that's not, like, the best help that she could get. We are introduced. I don't think we met Bill before. Bill has a last name that I can't remember. You know how sometimes in anime there's just that kid that looks like an adult? Well, that's Bill. Bill is physically gifted, and by that I mean that this motherfucker looks like a goddamn old man. What's this dude doing here? Why is this old man here? Where's C? Where'd C go? Sorry, I'm trying to... This is D1. This is D2. Anybody knows what I did? Well, here's C. Great. I was like, couldn't find C1. Anyway, an old man who's built like a brick shithouse. Yes, Lashbrook. He's an adult who is very good at dodgeball. And he is dominating this dodgeball. Anya is really good at dodging because she's psychic. Remember? So he's like, I'm going to throw this way. I'm going to use this ultimate move. So even though there's no way she could avoid those moves, he's telegraphing it telepathically. And then fed up, Bill is going to like fucking murder this girl. But Damien intercepts and he gets eliminated. And then Anya is like, okay, it's my time to shine. I learned how to do all this from my mom. I'm going to kick some ass right now. Nope. It doesn't work. She just kind of gets eliminated by being bad at it. And then the teacher, Henderson, is just like, hey, yeah, no, there's no badge. That's just a rumor. You didn't no Stella Star for anybody here. But I'm very happy about how you all worked together and worked hard. And he's just like feeling proud that they're like team and that they all like came together for a common goal. But then Anya and Damien and Anya's friend Becky, I want to say Becky, they get into a fight at the end and start arguing. Oh well, sorry Henderson. Your grand plan is not working as you anticipated. Still a very good episode. We're getting towards the end of the season, so I expect some more action to come in here. I don't mind having an episode that is Anya focused. Oh, also I forgot to say that Anya does do her smile, her smile for Damien, her shit-eating grin that I love so much. There is another part of that in this episode, and that's real good. And then I'm going to finish up talking about some anime while talking about Trapped in a Dating Sim. The world of Otome games is tough for mobs. Look, it's an isekai. It's got mechs in it. The story is whatever, but somehow, god damn it, it's one of my favorite shows this season, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but it really, really is one of the best shows this season, in a very good season of anime, because we've had the drama of like, this dude woke up and he's living in he died and is now trapped in a video game that he played, that he hated, and he's a mob character, he's a background character, but he has made himself incredibly important, but he feels guilty about that, because like, yes, he has helped out the villainess of the game, who definitely was not a villain. But the girl he blames himself for the fact that the girl who should be the main character isn't the main character of the story. In many ways, he's the main character. Of course, that really doesn't have much to do with him, because there's another girl who's been isekai that is definitely trying to control the narrative and has replaced Olivia. But still, he doesn't necessarily know that to be what's happening. F36. Anyway, what should be an end game event got pushed up somehow. He's not sure how that happened, but it should have been an end game event, but instead is happening right now, is that this duchy became a principality, broke away from the country, and is now fighting. They are now at war, and they have kidnapped Angelica, and that's not going to stand. Everybody's working hard together. The various nobles are doing their thing. There we go. Sorry, I had to twist that to get that in there. The nobles are protecting everybody, are protecting themselves. Leo, Prince Hertrude, who is she was part of the duchy, and now she's their princess. She controls monsters with a magic flute, and she's like, haha, he won't know that I've sent all these monsters after him. And Leon is like, because he played the video game, he's like, well, she's got a magic flute, so I'm going to have to deal with these monsters. But also, she doesn't know that my bike is super cool, because he's got a speed bike that he modified heavily. So he takes them out, and then the other students are working hard, and Olivia's trying to heal people with her healing magic. Now, at this point, if this had been the end game, she would have all these cool magic spells and healing abilities, and because she's the saint, but she has not awakened those abilities yet. Until now, she finally does, because she has this charm that helps her unlock her abilities, and she can put a barrier up around the whole goddamn ship, which rules. This is the main character. Leon takes advantage of the situation, boards the enemy ship, saves Angelica, kidnaps, for their own side, Hertrude, and then takes the flute, and also has his robot shave off the evil general's mustache and beard, who he was very proud of that, as just like a fuck you. Because that dude in the previous episode had a bunch of people beat up, kick the shit out of Leon. So this is Leon's revenge. Was just to beat just shave off his mustache. They apparently cared about. So anyway, they get back to the ship and they're like, great. Olivia's tired, but she did a great job protecting people. We've got the flute, so the monsters won't be able to attack. We can now get out of here and wait for reinforcements, because they're not going to attack their princess. Uh-oh, they are. Garrett's just like, yeah, our princess is willingly sacrificing herself. So, like, Let's destroy the ship with her on it. Because he's basically like, there can always be another princess, which is fucked up. And then also Gertrude is like, I have released all of the monsters from my control, and so they're going to come here and attack me because I'm the one that put them under control, and I'm on this ship, so y'all are fucked. Which is bad news. But look out, because Angelica activates her hidden abilities because she got that charm in a previous episode, and she's got like cool fire spells which she used to help defend the ship. Olivia and Angelica reconcile, and then Angelica almost falls off the ship, but then Olivia ends up pulling her back in and then falling off herself. But then Leon saves her. Hooray! Leon saves the day, saves the girl, and they also reconcile because he's been pushing her away, and she's just like, look, I love you. Like, you don't have to say, it's like, she tells him, she finally says, like, no, I love you. And he doesn't reciprocate her feelings, but he doesn't push her away and calls her by the nickname that he used to call her. But he stopped doing it for a while. And then, also great. Hey, welcome, Mark-Jimmy. We're just talking about some anime, talking about the Trapped in a Dating Sim. Right at the end of the episode, Leon's big ship, the Partner, his very cool ship that was a paid DLC in the game that he had played, but he knew where to find it in that world. He shows up with it, and he's like, all right, I'm ready to kick some ass now. He also has his cool mech, his overpowered mech. But look out, because Thanos has one last trump card, an old man named Vandal the Black Knight, who is apparently the most dangerous knight of old. But he is an old man. But he'll probably be very skilled, and who knows if he was ever actually fighting in the game. So we'll have to see, because we've got I think one, maybe two more episodes of this thing. I don't know. I forgot to write down what the episode number was. So, RG, to answer your question, this is a real grade. So there are different grades for different model kits. The easiest ones are the entry grade, the EGs, and the high grades, the HGs. Those are definitely like beginners or just like easy to put together. Follow the instructions. You can do it. You don't really have to worry about it too much. This is a real grade, which is the same size as an entry grade or a high grade, but the complexity is way higher. So I would say this is not an easy kit to put together. It's not the hardest kit I've ever put together, but it also is like there are a lot of small details. Now, a master grade is certainly is one of the more difficult kits to put together, but that's on a 1/100 scale, which is this is the 1/44 scale. So they're bigger. So even though there's more intricate, there's a lot going on in this very small kit, is what I'm saying. I mean, there are some complex Lego sets, and I also love Lego. I'm not here to say that I don't enjoy putting together Lego sets. Also, when I work on a really difficult kit like this, it's really nice to do Lego after that, because you can fuck up Lego and fix your Lego mistakes pretty easily. It's more difficult to fix model kit mistakes, like getting the pieces apart. Like if I messed up like a part way in here and I had to take this whole leg apart, it would take a while, and I would be very nervous that I was going to break some plastic. So it's certainly easier to repair and work on Lego sets than model kits, but it's a different thing, Yeah, it can be terrifying. Then I have some tools, like I have some spudgers and various other pieces of gear, and tweezers and stuff. These are all, a lot of this stuff is from a tool set. This little tool set thing here is meant for working on like smartphones and like tablets. And I've used that a lot. There is an official tool, the Bandai part separator. It is coming out. I have that pre-ordered. I'll give a good review on stream when I get that. But yeah, it is definitely like not the easiest thing in the world to put these together. And sometimes I do get very worried about, like, oh, in separating this from the sprue, did I just cut this apart? Do I have to get the liquid cement out and cement this in place because I have broken this piece because I was trying to force it into a spot that it did not belong in because the instructions were not something that I fully understood. It's happened. I don't like that it's happened, but it has. All right, so this is going to go around here. So this goes like this. Just going to take my time with this because once I do it one way, the other will be fine. Now, I have built Exias before. I haven't done the Exia real grade before, but I've done this in high grade version, so I am at least aware of how this kit is supposed to look, which is helpful because sometimes you'll put together, I'll put together model kits and I'll be like, I don't know how this is supposed to go. That is definitely a thing that happens sometimes where I'm just like, oh yeah, I've been building this model kit, but I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the show it's based on. Hey, we got some time left in the stream for me to ask y'all, what have you been playing? What have you been watching? What have you been enjoying? I love hearing from y'all about what you're into, video games wise, or if you watched did you watch the PC gaming show, which was the show that I did not check out. Wait, did I do this wrong? No, because is that right? No. I put this on the wrong way. Did I put this on the wrong way? I did. This is facing the wrong way. So I got to pop this out. So you do get to watch me do this because I have the little yellow piece here facing the wrong way. This yellow piece right there, I did put on backwards. So now I'm going to try to pop these pieces apart without damaging anything. Hooray! So I'm just going to be very gently trying to separate these two pieces. Try to slowly separate them by rocking these apart. But yeah, let me know, folks, if you're watching anything, if you're checking anything out. It felt weird last night because there wasn't a wrestling pay-per-view on because the last 2 Sundays there has been a wrestling pay-per-view, so it felt very weird to not be watching one. I don't think I could have taken it after watching so many pressers and showcases, but I was still like, oh, yeah, it's weird. Okay, so this has to go like this. There we go. That'll be right now. Harold says, oh, I just saw Jackbox announce the 3rd game in 9 called Non-Sensory. It looks interesting. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. Thank you for letting me know, Harold. I will investigate. Risvan says, I've been playing Picross S Generation and Master System Edition on the Switch. I'm also almost done with the Final Fantasy Chaos game. Ah, yes, the Chaos. Almost done with Chaos. Dirty says, almost finished, just hit a new tech level in Satisfactory, and now facing a massive rebuild of the factory setup. I have failed to future-proof my design once again. Hell yeah. Well, that happens. I understand. All right, let's get that in there. John says, I got like 10 Mega Picross puzzles left, and I can finally move on to 6 or 7, whatever came out after. Nice. Jam just finished Sniper Elite 5. Hell yeah. You sniped all of them. You're now a Sniper Elite. Officially. Because you sniped all of them. Ghostfowl is playing Monster Hunter Rise before Sunbreak. A little excited to catch the Persona games that I missed on PC. Hell yeah. I played Persona 5 on a borrowed PlayStation, but I never played Royale. So now I can get Royale, and that's cool. I will be doing that. Um, I got some trophies in Hot Shots Golf to christen the new PS Plus offerings. Okay. Lashbrook says, played some Steam Next Fest demos tonight. Most interesting of which was Hell Screen, a first-person shooter where you have a rear-view mirror and do more damage while moving forward but shooting backwards. You can only see enemies or things in the rear view. Lashbrook, that sounds incredibly complicated and cool. Not necessarily something that I would play, but something that does sound fucking awesome. Dirty says, I really need to get in there and finish up HubQuest 5 plus and above. I believe that is about Monster Hunter Rise. Hell yeah, get your Rise on before you have to face. Scrolls quickly to the notes he took for Capcom. Before you have to face Gore Magala. You got to make sure you're ready to face Gore Magala. Also, I believe some of this new content for Sunbreak, you have to have made, like, you had gotten far enough in the previous stuff, right? It's like gated, which is probably for the best. But you got to make sure you're up there and ready to go so you can face Gore Magala. I'm glad I didn't delete that note so that I could say the name of that there and act like I definitely knew that this entire time. I always knew that those were the names. We are almost done with our streaming tonight. I'm going to put this stuff on here and we'll get going. As mentioned, want to plug my Wednesday stream. Wednesday is not model kit night. It is other things that are not model kits. So this Wednesday, I'm playing Lumberjack. Lumberjack was at the Wholesome Direct and was available for download. And so I ended up downloading it, buying it. You are a bear, and you are fighting industrialization and capitalism by destroying it and taking back the forest. You're taking it back with your axe and being a cool bear. And you can pet other animals that are around. You find animals, your friends, and you can pet them. And that's just fun and cute. They named it after you. Yes. You have to finish the main story, which is what happens with Monster Hunter World. Okay, there you go. That's good. Make forest great again. Indeed. But you're just taking it back. You're basically just like you're a bear that's fighting capitalism and industrialization by just walking up to a thing and hitting it with your axe and destroying it. Cleaning up everything. And it looks cute. It's very fun. I played like 5 minutes of it just to kind of see how it felt and get a sense of the game. And then also to turn the mouse sensitivity is all over the goddamn place. I don't know. I might try it with a controller to see if the controller feels better than the mouse and keyboard, which is what I was using. So if I do need, I'm going to test that out before Wednesday. But that's the next thing I'll be doing. That's my next stream. And of course, model kit building will resume on Thursday, where we will continue to work on this kit because we're almost done with the chest. We got, we did a whole leg and we did most of this chest, but we're not done yet because we still have to do the GN drive on the back of this thing. And then work on the waist here. And then we can finally attach our legs. Why this kit starts with the legs, I don't know, but it does. Legs and then chest. It's a weird combination. I downloaded a Steam demo for Alaskan Truck Simulator to see what the hell that was. I bet it's driving on ice, is my guess. I saw there's like a dozen Backrooms games in the Steam demos, and I don't know if any of them are good. If you don't know what Backrooms is, I think you're going to be okay. But basically, it's like creepy places, like exploration places made in VR chat. They're supposed to be photorealistic, but like sometimes they are just supposed to be atmospheric. Other times they do contain like some spooky stuff. But there are a bunch of these like, probably very inexpensive, probably just like stolen assets of like people's levels they made for free in VR chat that someone is porting to Steam to make a quick buck. And if any of them are good, I'll let you know. But I bet none of them are. I did see that John Cena video of him going to the Netherlands to meet the Ukrainian kid that they explained who didn't understand why he had to leave his home, and they told him, well, they're going to go meet John Cena, and then he met John Cena. It's a good video. There were a surprising number of hentai games on that Next Fest demo list. Lastbrook, not surprising to me, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's not a surprise. It should be. I should be very surprised about that, but I am not. All right, that's going to do it for our stream. I'm going to go back to this shot here. Again, thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for spending some time with me as I played, as I built some stuff here and we got some work done on our kit. Again, I'll be back on Thursday, but on Wednesday, I will be streaming just not model kit building. Wednesday stream, of course, Lumbear Jack. You are Jack. You are a bear. You are getting stuff done. All right, who are we going to go raid? Itsy. That's half of Steam releases hentai and poor games. Yes, indeed, Lord Crash. We're going to go raid. So Monday, we normally go and raid Mary Kish. But Mary Kish is playing a horror game, and I just don't want to watch it. She's playing the Quarry. So maybe you on your own want to go to see that. You could go see that. I don't want to go see that. We're going to go raid my friend Jordan, who is playing Minecraft. He's digging a hole in Minecraft. He's doing a punch-a-chunk, which is like a set of rules about digging a giant hole. We always end with a raid. Yes. Oh, you got TikTok? Nice. She's not on a spooky bit at the moment. Well, thank you, Lord Crash. And again, if you on your own want to go raid or want to go over to Mary's stream, you can. But I just don't want to do anything horror tonight. I'm just not feeling it myself. So I am going to go give a raid to Jordan. Also, Mary always has plenty of people watching. And so we might as well raid somebody that doesn't have a crap ton of viewers. He's got a few. Got a few people there. He's got more than me, I'll say that. But we're going to go raid Jordan, who is doing the punch a chunk, and you can learn about what that is and why someone would dig a hole in Minecraft instead of building things, and just hang out. So feel free to come along on this raid. Jordan's a great person. If you're not already following Ray FK, you'll like it. You'll like Jordan, and you'll also like Jordan's community. So thanks so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I will see you on the next stream. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.